What's up, pups and pals? Welcome back to the channel. Here to kind of show you what it's like for the day in the life of one of our trainers. Today, our client had us go with her to the vet because her dog shows some reactivity to other dogs and also people at occasions. Pearl is a German Shepherd Lab mix. She's gone through our basic training program of 6 weeks. She was, I think, all the way up to about completing the course at this time. So here's just a day in a life video showing what it's like to take a reactive dog into an area. So we're at the vet to get our annual shots and checkup, and I'll be here to kind of guide you through the experience. So kind of what I'm doing here is taking Pearl outside to get her kind of used to her surroundings and also to dissolve any of that nervousness, that anxiety about coming to a new place. Like I said before, she's very reactive to other dogs, not so much people unless you're on her territory. She's a very good dog and very obedient. All she needed was that light bulb turned on through our training program. It's all about structure, and it's all about giving your dog a sense of cardinal direction on what's going on. When owners are sort of confused and also nervous themselves, you kind of get this chaotic dog in a situation to where they have no idea what's going on, and then you don't have any idea what's going on, and it's just a terrible situation. So we were asked to come out today just because our client was just a little nervous about handling her dog in a public space, which is very different from our obedient training. I want to be clear on that. Handling and obedience is two different things. To be a very good handler doesn't mean that your dog is obedient. Exactly what you see me doing right there with the leash is handling. I'm not really asking her to do anything, but I'm keeping control through my leash and keeping my obedience through my handling. Now, with Pearl being a very reactive dog, you would think she'd be ready to charge in and go in, but she was actually very nervous. One thing I want to point out is that you're not going to just pull your dog through an area or try to force them to go through this. She's backing up, She's like, no, hey, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, no, it's okay, Pearl. We can go in together, and I'm going to be right here beside you. So instead of really forcing her really fast and dragging her in, I give her the opportunity to walk and also be guided in by me. There I confront her, I console her, and I give her love and attention to let her know everything is okay. This is a new space, but we're going to be here together, and I will protect you. The reassurance through petting, through also treat motivation, anything you can do to just reassure your dog that everything is okay. There you see her owner very close sitting by, and that's another thing, that when they are nervous, when they are in an area that they're not used to, they're going to want to look for something that is like home, that would make them comfortable. Another reason of why she's sitting here standing on the carpet is because she doesn't like the surface texture of the floor, which is something that we already knew prior to this because of our training. And that's just understanding our dog's threshold, what makes them tick, what they like and what they don't like. Hey Pearl, how you doing? Look at her, she's trying to find something to do, trying to get comfortable. See that panting, that over easy, that looking at me for like, hey, can you rub me or something? Can you let me know everything's okay? And that's all you gotta do. When you have a nervous dog, it's not really a priority for you to make a big deal about it, but just to get down on one knee and be next to your dog, make them feel better. Whether it takes 5 minutes, 20 minutes, or an hour, your dog will settle in, but we just have to be patient and not try to force them through that situation. And also, we can't be distracted ourselves and be trying to do other things, knowing that our dog is key, number one, stressed out. So with a combination of treats and pets, she's starting to settle in. That tail is still tucked, it's still straight down. She's still kind of nervous a little bit, panting, and it's fine. And she says, hey, okay, I'm gonna try to get out of here. I see the door. Oh, wait a minute, I'm still on this leash. I'm not going to put any type of crazy pressure on her to also stress her out even more. But I'm just going to give her her slight reminders, her slight correction, and saying, hey, Pearl, back over here. Slow and steady wins the race sometimes, guys. That's one thing I do have to point out. You don't always have to be so corrective and so adversive to your dog. Sometimes they just need a little reassurance, and sometimes they just need just the tiniest bit of pressure just to remind them of the things that are going on and that you are in control of the situation. So, hey, I might fake you out a little bit and say, okay, yeah, I'll walk to the door. I'll let you get a good smell in, but we're going to walk back over here. We're not leaving yet. And it's all about just keeping that alpha personality, stay in control of the situation. She says, hey, no, I want to go outside. Pearl, come on, we got to go sit down. No, come on, I don't want to go. Come on, Pearl, let's go. So as reluctant as she is, we're going to go to the other side and kind of relax. So here we are. We're kind of talking a little bit, going back and forth, and I'll let you listen. But just some of the concerns and problems she was having and how the training helped her. So you can kind of hear her testimony.
So one night I just went to bed. I got tired trying to get her to come. So sometime through the night, I guess she decided, Mom's asleep up there. I'm not going to stay down. She got where she quit barking. She just gave up, laid down in front of the,
So as we were sitting there talking, I kind of noticed Pearl's ears perk up, and I'm like, okay, what are you looking at? She starts wagging that tail, lets me know she's intrigued, she's engaged. So she puts herself into the down position. All I did was have just a little slight pressure on her collar. I'm going to reward her for that behavior, let her know that was really great.
I gave her, all I did was just get this right here in my hand good, so I knew she couldn't actually lunge or do anything. And I don't know, she felt that pressure, was like, okay, let me get close. And I've been giving her a couple hot dogs just for good behavior. And that is one thing that we're dealing with right now with another dog. It's a dog fight. As close as she walked in here, she may walk by 100 dogs a day, 1,000 dogs. With this dog, you can't do that with. Right. And so everybody doesn't know that. So whose fault would it have been if Pearl would have just sniffed or lunged?
It could have been my fault.
Right.
I'm glad somebody's talking about it. You can't just walk past any dog. Sometimes you have to be cautious and check first.
Checking to make sure that I have the leash in my hand, fast as can be. And dogs just pay the consequence every single time.
Now, I've got my one daughter, they come over and got big dogs. She wants to jump all over when she comes to the door, but she's not growling and barking like that. I guess since she smells the dog and knows.
Every encounter and every person is different. Why dogs pick this person and why they pick that person, who knows? But it's not that there are any bad dogs. There are just dogs that are more guarded and dogs that are just friendly. You know, everybody says they want the protective dog, but then they get the dog who's just, happy-go-lucky. But then when they get the dog that's actually protective and reactive, it's too much. You know, oh no, he just needs to stop. He needs to do it when I say so. I'm like,
it come real close to that with us. Because, I told my brother, I said, maybe she's more than I can do.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you have to read homework, we understand. And I said, no, I've already got her. I've had her this amount of time. I'm going to have to do something different. And that's when, I thought, well, I'm going to.
Yep, she called yours truly, and we fixed all that. And now they're living great together.
Like I said, I got the other caller, and if you don't mind, I'm going to see and talk to you about if you can work me in there so often. Just to work with her at the house with the other dogs.
So what she's asking about is the e-collar that she bought. She wants to use that for the remote control reactivity because she's running up and down the fence for the dogs next door. And we had a session right after that, and it worked magically.
It's the stages of it too. So just like when I'm talking to the kids, I'll say something and say, hey, you guys stop. The second time, I'm gonna clap. The third time, I'm gonna get grandma's house shoe. And so
And if you can tell, my knees are starting to hurt.
Right, and that was gonna be associated with that.
Just like with this collar, when I say no, I pop it every time. So when I go to this, I say no, there's no pop coming, but she knows the no is.
Whew. Finally, it was time for us to go back. And she put the brakes on. There was something about that texture she just wasn't liking. So, in any situation, guys, if I can teach you one thing, be an alpha. Help your dog in nervousness through their anxiety. It's not about a pulling or a tugging match, but actually helping your dog and reassuring them that everything is okay. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing and tuning in to all our videos. And please check out our next one for more tips. Appreciate it. Thanks, Pups and Pals.